Hey there, lads and lasses. Let me fix this. There we go. This, of course, is Thunderhand 64 coming at you live from the west coast of the United States, where only half of my headphones are working. There we go. Okay. Here on a Wednesday, it is a little bit past noontime, and that can only mean that it's time for some Generations Minecraft server. How are you doing? I'm doing well. I'm having some first world problems that are driving me nuts. But they're only little things. Little things being my last Outlay mouse just died yesterday. And that's the mouse I use because it's the most comfortable for these kinds of hands. And they don't manufacture them anymore. And I had 3 of them, and I broke the scroll wheel on both of them because that's the delicate part of it. And I just crushed it with my fingers. Just not out of, it's just use, right? Because the last one that was still functioning just burned out and just stopped working altogether. That was yesterday. So I ordered a new mouse, and I searched and I searched and I searched for ergonomic mouses, right? Because we're talking about this kind of mouse, so it's not mice. Mouses for large hands, and I couldn't find any that were like under $100. There were very, very few of them, and they were all like 100 to 200, 300 bucks, and I'm not doing that. So I ordered one here from Unier, and I just got it. It just arrived about 5 minutes into the stream introduction. And so I immediately took it out of the package, and I know I'm sending it back already, but I figured, let's take it out, let's take a look at it. This is what they sent me. This is supposed to be for large hands. I don't know if you can get the scale of this thing, but this is a child's mouse. This is for like infants. Look, if I put my hand on the button, look at this. This is only, let me do something to get the cord out of the way. There we go. Look, it's doesn't even, it's like less than 50. Ugh. It's a tiny little mouse. And this is like the biggest one I could find. So I'm not going to find any replacement for my Outlay mouse. I'm not. Not going to happen. So I don't know what I'm going to do here. I've been thinking maybe I can kind of like with a 3D printer or something build like some sort of extension off the back of this thing just to make the body part of it bigger so it fits my hand. By the way, when I try to use like the children's mouse, the mouse for the little people, the Xiaopano mouse, it kills my hand after like, half hour or an hour into it. My hand, just like the carpal tunnel is just awful for it. So, this is super cheap, but I don't know. Maybe I'll try to build some sort of adapter off of it. But still, I mean, even this way, it's too small. So I don't know. Maybe I would build some sort of thing all the way off the side. I don't know. Maybe I could sculpt it out of some sort of material and then like 3D print something that just like fits right over the back. First world problems, everyone. Anyways, a couple things before we get started. Today, of course, Generations will be working on the Generation 5 Survival World today. Buffooncraft Season 5 is now officially over. That ended last Friday. That was probably the longest I've ever streamed in one day. I actually wound up breaking it into two parts. The first part was 3 hours, which is an hour more than I usually do. Then I took a break because I had to go fetch Kachi from school and come home, grab some dinner, and just rest for a little bit. Then I jumped back on to finish up and streamed for 7 more hours. So Friday, I ended up streaming 11 hours, and that destroyed me. I don't know how you other content creators do that. I see my friends do that. They stream for 4 hours, 8 hours. I don't know how you do that. I was wiped out. And I typically don't have as much going on in my streams as the rest of you do. The rest of you, you're running polls and having all of these Twitch interactive things going off, and your viewership is bigger, right? And so you're interacting with them more. My stream is super simple, and even I couldn't do that for 11 hours. Ugh. As a result, I got way behind. I've gotten way behind on uploading my streams from Twitch to YouTube. Usually I will export those out and back them up. I'll choose a thumbnail for them and do that. I haven't done that for like the last 2 weeks. So, and I need to hurry up. Some of those will expire. So Sunday Kachi didn't feel like doing Kachi time, so we forewent Kachi time on Sunday. And so here we are on Wednesday, and we're going to do Generations today. Buffooncraft will resume with Season 6. There is absolutely a Season 6 in the works. We have met. We do have some information about it, but not a lot. I would say that Nova and Supernova Relic and Flying Villager are, probably the primary creators setting up Season 6, but we're all going to be involved in it, although they're kind of leading the way. But it's definitely, Buffooncraft's going to be definitely more democratic than it had been in the past, I guess. I was pretty satisfied with it, but there's supposed to be more interaction and more input from us other buffoons, which I think will help everybody out, but it's also kind of a big responsibility too, so. But that will be coming your way sometime in November. We're not certain. So there's a whole lot of setup that has to be completed before then, and we're in the process of doing that. And so there's going to be a gap, which is good. Some of us need a break because some of us have been streaming Buffooncraft Season 5 steadily throughout, all the way up until Friday. And so it's nice to have a bit of a break. So the logical question is what to do in the gap, especially with the Friday streams, right? So Friday streams, one of the things I was thinking of doing is breaking up Generations. I'm going to break up Generations between Wednesdays and Fridays. Let me set the background music there. There we go. So I'm thinking on having Wednesdays be the Generation 5 Survival World, and then Fridays would be the Baby Zombie Rush beta creative stream. We'll do that on Fridays. Sundays will be Kachi time, depending on whether or not he feels up to it. And we'll proceed that way until the launch of Buffooncraft Season 6 in November. And I think we'll go with that. The Fridays, sometimes I may switch off on variety things, or I may slip in like a variety stream on Saturdays occasionally, depending on what my friends have going. There are some things I'm tempted to try to stream that may wind up being for Buffooncraft Season 6, but again, I'm not sure about that because I don't want to show my hand a little too early on that. Some things I want to save as a surprise. and I contemplate that. You know, there's some things I'd like to stream, but I'm thinking, nah, let's hold off on that stuff. Let's reveal that when the time has come. So still Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, still the regular time, except it'll be Generations, Generation 5, Generation Baby Zombie Rush, and maybe Kachi time on Sundays if he feels up to it. Okay. With that said, let's crack on to our Season 5. Our Season 5, Generation 5. Survival World, let's do that. Internet's a little bit laggy today. So hopefully things will be cool. All right. And it's nighttime on Generation 5. It's a little bit closer to my face, but kind of like out of the way too. There we go. I love being in this place. And there we go. Let's do our sleeping. So you guys can see Angel by You lurking in the stream there. Let's see. Last playing Phasmo. And you guys can see the auto shout out there. Please go check her out. There's a real streamer there for you. There's somebody who knows what she's doing. She'll probably try to deny it, but don't listen to her. She's great. Let me see. What do we have here? We have an empty shulker box. We have a slime head. We have some coral. And I think that's where I had left off, actually. I was going to go fetch some dead coral to use as a layer here. So we were doing the terraforming on this part, the submerged level of the of our island here, of our apiary island. And I was going along with the layers like this. And one of the things I noticed is that the layers are very, very thin. Like you have the sand, the sandstone. You've got a little bit of the clay here. And then you have the tough layer here with the mossy cobblestone layer there. And I'm thinking the bands here, the layers need to be thicker. And I'm thinking the coral one is not the one to make thicker. Because I have to go gather that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily remove the conduit here. And I'm going to bring that with me over to the coral reef that I want to mine out. One of the things I've been meaning to do in Generations is to install the mod where we can grow the coral. Because I love the coral reefs and I hate destroying them to harvest the coral. I hate that. They just look so beautiful, and I hate destroying them. As it is, I usually try to fly off and find a coral reef that's not in an area in which I'm going to build, and I'll decimate that coral reef instead, but I still don't like it. So there is a mod that allows you, and it may even be like a Vanilla Tweaks mod, I'm not sure, that allows you to grow the coral. And so you can make a coral farm, right, and grow the coral. And I've been thinking of doing that for Generations. There are some people who say that that's not vanilla enough, but I don't know. I like it. There we go. Because I hate wiping these things out. They're so beautiful. But I figure we have a shulker here. Let's use that. And let's get some different kinds of coral. I'm thinking maybe 2 kinds of coral will be enough. We have dead horn coral and we have the dead bubble coral. And let's just see what these look like. That's got a kind of cool texture to it. Let me do this. So this is the bubble coral, but it's not really that strong a texture, which makes it good for blending in with cobblestone for buildings and stuff. This is really good for that. And similarly with the dead horn coral, it's a pretty tight and pretty uniform kind of pattern. So I might not be using these 2. I don't know. I had these in the storage, so I figured I'd bring them with me. But let's go look for a decent coral reef. I gotta try to remember where I am. This is the east side of the island. I know there's tons of coral reefs over there on the west side of the map. I'd rather not use those. Those are around Mushroom Island West and points beyond. How many rockets do I have? And if I were better prepared, I would have done this ahead of time. But I'm not. So maybe most of the first half of the stream. I'm hoping not the entire first half. But I'm thinking a lot of it might be just searching on the eastern part here for a warm ocean biome that has a coral reef in it. Again, I know there's a lot there to the west. The stuff in the north is mostly the cold ocean biomes over there. But I figure that if I head eastward in the opposite direction, I will have to travel pretty far to get the coral. I probably should have brought some more shulkers with me, but you know, we can fit 9 stacks. Good Lord. Good. Please. Chunks, please load. What's going on? There we go. Yeah, please. If you could just go ahead and load, that would be great. Yeah, we're having internet lag problems. I've noticed, and so we're probably having problems with that and the server and stuff today. Yeah, we're just flying off into space here. Like anything could happen at this point. You know, so maybe I should turn down. Oh yeah, the world's upside down, the sky's backwards, everything. If that's the case, let's keep an eye on our altitude. Yeah, see? Okay. You know what? A couple of things would help. Let's go in and change some settings, okay? Let's bring the render distance down. Like 16 might be fine. And let me see. Shader packs. Okay, this will be okay. Okay, apply. Thank you. Done. Thank you. Resource packs. Let's take off the sky texture for now. All right, dramatic skies. Let's just unload that for now. And then we'll put it back on later when things are running a little bit better. Okay, heading in an easterly direction. And then maybe things will load a little bit better. But it also makes searching a little bit more difficult too. Now I have done this in the past, and usually I'm trying to recall. I thought I did have a warm ocean biome here in the east, but I think it's directly due east. So you can see my z-axis. I'm trying to get to 0 on the z-axis. And I'm trying to get outside of this inland sea because that's where I do most of the building on Generations. And I update the chunks, and I really only preserve those chunks. But I thought there might be some warm ocean. If there isn't, you know what? I'll just fly back and I'll just pick a spot in the western part of the ocean there. And I do have to keep an eye on my elytra too. But yeah, see, okay, the ocean's warming up here. I love the seaside villages, man. They're so beautiful. Like, look at this little village here. It's so cool. And then you have the dramatic savanna and blasted savanna biomes and stuff. They're really cool. And it looks like the sun's going down. Yeah. Bet any of these? How are we doing this one? There we go. I see no villagers, though. They probably haven't survived. This being so close to the sea, they were probably... Oh, here's a dude. Okay, whatever. Oh, and I don't have a bed, so I'm going to have to take yours. That's rare that I'm not with my basic kit. Very rare. Yeah, what the heck, Thunder? All right, let's see what's out here. We have a warm ocean, but that doesn't necessarily mean a reef is nearby. You guys can see lukewarm ocean, but we don't need a lukewarm ocean. We need warm. So let's just patrol its borders here, and let's see if we can find ourselves a reef. Yeah, this is all lukewarm ocean. Ooh, there's a... Ocean monument. That's what the brain is failing at right now, is saying those words. I think some work may be underway on our Fios connection here in the neighborhood, so that may be why we're lagging so hard. Our FPS is still up there, though, right around 120. Okay, so, here we go. Like, see, I don't mind obliterating this. Number one, it's very small. It's got this nice little town next to it, though. But I think this will be okay. Because when I update the chunks, when I prune the chunks for the next update, we're going to renew these chunks anyway. All right, so let us place our conduit somewhere in the middle here. And I have to remember not to, when I fly off, I have to remember not to leave the conduit behind. Please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, some, so okay. Right, and then I think I need to do that. I need to do this, but this time, and I made this mistake on Minecraft, on Minecraft, sure. Yes, it was definitely Minecraft, on Buffooncraft, on the final day. when I was setting up a beacon there over in the at the iron farm. Oh wow, and I did not bring enough prismarine. That was really stupid. But you know what? That may be enough for us. Maybe it's not. Well, you know what we could do? There is that ocean monument nearby. That's not too far off. 4,000, and let's say 4,850. Let me see. Those are both positive coordinates. And that'll bring us back to this area when we... Ooh, Puffer. Puffy! You stay away, Puffy. There we go. I thought the ocean monument was over here, but even if it's not, they're pretty quick to find. Now, see, the ruins, the ocean ruins, usually don't give us the prismarine. Usually there's only one way we can get that, and that's the most treacherous way possible. And this is really embarrassing because I didn't bring any rockets with me or anything, and I didn't bring an ender chest, and wow. Such an unprofessional Minecrafter. This is actually a little embarrassing. It really is. Thankfully, I'm too old to be embarrassed, so I don't care. Could I be any less prepared for this stream? Probably not. We may have to boot it back, but we're not that bad. We're at about 3,000 blocks out, so we're pretty good. It shouldn't take us that long to get back. And a lot of it's by water. But it looks like we're not going to get much terraforming done today. But that's all right. We're not exactly in a hurry. At least I'm not. Now, there was... Yeah, and I have no portals out here, so it's not like, well, we'll just skip back through the nether. I have nothing out here. These are all new blocks. Ah, there it is. Yeah, see, I knew it was close by. Now, how to sneak in here and get these things? Because we're going to wind up getting the... Now, if I had invisibility, but we're going to get the mining thing, right? Where we'll have the mining fatigue. Yeah, see the Guardians. Now, I have my shield on me here, right? And I just need to be able to try to sweep in there, whack a couple of these. And this is actually not that good, because if I die out here, yeah, trying to get back here to get my stuff. Yeah, you know what? This is dumb. Let's not do this. Let's just head on back. We'll get our rockets, we'll get our gear, and we'll come out here like we're supposed to. We've got plenty of prismarine back at the base. We have the coordinates for the reef that we're going to mine. The conduit's still there, but we're coming back. Let's just do that. So let's head this way over here. And this may seem like it's going to take longer to go all the way back. Actually, it's going to be much shorter. Just go back, cut your losses. Just go back, get the stuff you need, prepare, and then come back when you're prepared. That's the way to do it. And then we could do like some good old-fashioned Minecrafting here. Wow, we have a pillager tower out there too. Ugh. All right. Also, things in my inventory that I don't want. I'm not going to need that. Now, the boat I'm going to hang on to. So let's do that. We've got plenty of golden carrots to sustain us on our trip back. Hello, piggies. Stand aside, you swine. Piggy's like, what the heck, man? Just minding my own business out here. All right. Let's stay on the outskirts there. Although, you know, there might be a horn up there. So Generations, I guess, could use the custom horns. You know what? I don't. Come on. Come on, Thunder. Ooh, but I don't have any of my weapons on me other than this axe. And my axe. Yes, I have it right there. Oh, hello, horses. If I had a saddle, I would saddle you up and ride you back. I suppose I could kill the cows for the leather, craft a saddle, and then ride the horse back. Could I do that? I suppose. Which may sound like a smart thing to do, but you got to remember, that's not really smart. Because I committed this stupid thing by not preparing in the first place. So it kind of cancels itself out. Let me see. That's more negative. We need to be z-axis. We need to be a little bit more this away. I've also not a bed, and I just chucked that wood, which was very, very unsmart. So, bye-bye. There you go. Have we 3? No, we need 1 more. Come here, Whitey. Thank you for donating to the cause. Let us make ourselves a bed here. Yeah, here's a very ridiculous tree. That's not good for anything. It's just an eyesore. An arboreal eyesore. Alright, can we do this without being mobbed by mobs? Maybe? Maybe not? Oh, we already have the crafting bench. Oh, that's great! Yeah, I was smart enough to hang on to that. And bid like this, and then like this. And then while I'm not looking and building this, creeper comes up behind me and blows me up. Right? No! Alright, let's do that. There we go, a little bit more centrally positioned. Let's grab this here like this. We'll put this up here. I guess I have a little food there, but hello, piggy. All right, let me see. We're reducing in the X, which is a good thing. A little bit less a negative in the Z. So we need to go over this way a little bit. I was hoping we could get there by water mostly, but probably not. Let's try to avoid the climbing if we can. Maybe we can get right through that gap. But this is cool, running across the landscape and stuff like this. This is like early game Minecraft, a little bit. One thing I'm going to ask, and I don't know how much Nova and Villager have planned for Season 6 as far as the opening. I know they have something. But it would be kind of cool if the opening weren't so structured, where we still get the early game experience from the opening. And then the lore and all of that unfolds after that. That would still be kind of fun. it's like if there's too much intact already because of the story, because of the lore, it kind of takes away a little bit from the early game, which I miss. I miss incredibly early game stuff. So I really enjoy that punching trees and stuff like that. And, oh my God, night's falling, we need a bed, we need food and stuff like that. I like that early game experience. I miss that a lot. There's Shut. Lurk. So you guys can see my fellow buffoon, who was with us on the last stream. The very last Buffooncraft stream was actually Flying Villager. That was this past Saturday, I'm thinking, or Sunday. And he did the world tour for the Season 5 world. And Shut and I were with him in his stream. Sadly, Flying Villager does not save his streams, and so his stream is not up on Twitch. Had I known that, I would have recorded that. But it was a fun stream if you got to attend that. The three of us had a heck of a time in there. And Shut Mountain was in there with Villager and I. So you guys can see Shut's auto shut out there. Super cool dude, friend, moderator of the stream, fellow buffoon. I do kind of miss just hoofing it over the landscape like this. Beating feet over the landscape. Plus, you get to look around. One of the things that I think gets overlooked in the manic activity of building farms and these mega bases and stuff like that is the just bang up terrain generation. And I say this to my fellow Minecrafters quite frequently, but as frustrating as it was with the deployment of the Cliffs and Caves update, you got to admit they really knocked it out of the park, especially with the terrain generation. I think it was worth putting up with the way that it was released because what we got out of it was really cool. And I understand there's still a lot of complaints with it. I don't really have complaints with it. I just say that some things were a little frustrating, but minor. Because the terrain generation with the lush caves, biomes, and stuff like that, it was just top notch. Top notch. And if Notch were still in the development, that would be a fitting pun. Fitting pun. Let's see. Let's do this. Yeah, so we're almost back. The thing is, we're going to hit a large, that inland sea pretty cool, and then pretty soon. And then we can just blast right across that, and that'll save us a little time. Then we can fly on back. And Shut was last streaming 7 Days to Die, I think. So, fellow buffoon Lone Star is on right now. I think he still is. As I started up my stream, I saw he was streaming. We might get to raid out to him. We'll see. He may wind up raiding to us. I'm not sure. But he's streaming Bendy and the Ink Machine, which even though I haven't played it, both of my sons, my older son Biggie and of course Kachi, are fans of Bendy and the Ink Machine. And so I would like to be able to raid Lone Star on that, if I could. I'm excited to see him play that. Again, I haven't played it myself, but it's a favorite of both of the sons of Thunderhand. So I'll have to tell Kachi about that when I pick him up from school today. Yeah, Lone Star was streaming Bendy and the Ink Machine. Which I think is a pretty old game, right? Because Kachi and Biggie were into that when Kachi was just a little dude. I want to say he was about maybe 4 or 5 when Biggie started playing that. So that's like maybe 10 years. 10 years ago. And I don't know if the game has been updated and stuff since then, or... I don't know how many iterations it's gone through, or it just pretty much stopped at some point. Yeah, okay, here we are. We can boat it. We can bow it across the sea here now. We'll get home very quickly. And you know what? Let's prep for this quest when we get back. Let's actually prep for it instead of just running off unprepared. It's like Thunder, really? Professional Minecrafter! Do we not have a faster boat speed? I thought we did. Like if I'm just boating along here. And usually if I press control, the boat goes faster. And right now it doesn't. So did that get... Because I think you guys can see in the upper left... up there. There we go. In the upper left in the debug screen. Up there, I'm at 1.21. And right now, I'm not getting any difference in the booting speed. So, I can't say I'm happy to see that. Mojang, please. Why undo that? And you know what? My health is full, too. So, actually, I'm a little bit off axis here. But you guys can see right here where here's the apiary isle. I really love this build. This came out very, very nice. And we're almost finished with it too. And I cannot wait to be finished with it. You know I build slowly and stuff like that, but even I get frustrated with myself if a build is just going on way too long. But I really only do like these 2 hours each week. So I really could spend some more time off camera doing this. We don't need that. We've got plenty of food. We don't need extra of that. We don't need extra of this. Let us... there we go. This is what I'm looking at. See, I should have brought that with me. Right there. Let me see. Box of rockets. And these are my level 3 rockets, my duration 3s. And for a long trip, those are a good thing to bring. Let's put those there. And see, this is the stuff for which I'm looking for. I don't really need that pickaxe right now, that shovel, but my weapons, I do need those. Just again, I know I'm packing the trident, but, well, I don't know. I have trident and smite, my smite axe. So I've been lately putting smite on my axe because this is a good multitasker. It's a tool and a weapon at the same time. And so that's my long-range weapon, and that's my short-range, close-range weapon. I think I'm okay there. I actually do. Let's put that in there. Weapons right in there. So rockets, food. We need to bring the ender chest itself, and maybe some more shulkers. All right, let's and of course the bed. So let's make sure that goes in the old. Well, I don't know. We have the second bed that we built. We could just bring that with us and leave this one here. Let's do this. Coral. Do I have any extra shulkers, or can I make an extra shulker? These are all pretty full. You know what? We could fly back over to. Oh, I do need a silk touch though. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, just for ripping up the ender chest. Let's just zip on over and we'll get some more shulkers. I should still have some. Lay in a boot. And we'll get to fly over to the depot. Eh? Okay. I kind of saw this sea lantern from the distance and then this coral, and it kind of looked like a gold armored skelly. Like, what are you doing there? All right, I can't swipe any of those. Those are all being used for the beach here. Some of these may be consolidated. This is the Christmas tree stuff. Some of these may be consolidated, and I may be able to get away with, or maybe not. Okay. Let's head on down into the depot, which I cannot express how happy I am. How happy I am just to be able to fly down into here like this. So much fun. So much fun. Some of this stuff we can empty out. Like, that might be the easiest one to empty out, right? We could just bring this extra one with us. I'm thinking 2 shulkers should be more than enough. All right, now, Thunder, think about this carefully before you go flying off now. Do you have everything that you need? We don't need to keep that in the inventory, but let's keep that close by. We'll keep this here. We have the ender chest there. I think I'm good, right? Plenty of food, plenty of rockets, ender chest in case we run out of anything, bed, proper tools, weaponry. We're doing good. I think we're all set. Let's fly back to our coordinates, which were 4,000 and then 850, I think it was. Yeah, there they are. Both positive. Which is somewhat southeasterly. And it's a little bit more easterly than it is south. So let's go maybe like 15 degrees or so. See if I'm here, that's... Yeah. Maybe 20 degrees. Something like right about there. Now that we have rockets, that's going to make all of this. Oh, we forgot the Prismarine. That's what I forgot. Thunder. Prismarine, dude. Oh, and you know what? I think I know where to get the Prismarine, too. We don't even have to go to the depot. Which isn't a problem, but there may be some... There may be a wee little chest monster. Well, wee little is superfluous. A wee chest monster over at the Guardian Farm, which should be this away. Because I think you can see the amount of Prismarine we used on that. There's a lot of Prismarine, people. Yeah, now see these chests down here. Oh, yeah. Now, I could just use these prismarine bricks. But if I had just the good old plain stuff like that, I mean that should be more than plenty, right? I mean, we're only building the conduit thing, whatever that is. So let me see. That's westerly. This is easterly. Yeah, back. So, Shut Mountain, Princess Nebula, and I also have builds going, a project, a little project. It's a wee project there for Buffooncraft Season 6. And during this break, we'll be developing that. They're quite far ahead of me on that, even though I started out in the lead pretty early. We have some builds that we're working on which we are working. And they're quite far along, and I need to get my butt in there. We each have 4 parts to build, and I built my first part right out of the gate, and that went together really fast. And it's super cool. I think you guys will like that. I think it is anyway. Then I have 3 more parts I need to do. I think Shut's ahead of us. He probably has... I know he has at least 2 parts done. And I think Nebula has 1 part done. One of her 4 parts done. And then the 3 of us need to work on an all-encompassing, unifying kind of structure around all of our parts. And then we're good. Jungly biome. We need to add a little bit more to the southern component of our vector. And how does... Our wings are getting down there. And we're getting some lag. Like I said, our internet's not running well today. I should do a speed test on it. Because we're supposed to have 500 up, 500 down. I mean, that is what we're paying for here. And I feel we're not getting that today. Okay, we're actually a little bit too far south. Let's correct course here. Yeah, see how much we're dropping? As the new chunks are loading. And you'll see we're getting into the war motion. We're about at 3,500, so we should be coming up on it soon. And how am I doing here? Yeah, and we're already halfway through the stream. Oh, thunder, please. And Shut Mountain claims he has all 4 already. All 4 of his parts done. Which doesn't surprise me. That man's a building machine. And I gotta say, you know, I'm not using this as an excuse, but like I said, my 11-hour streaming on Friday, and then the Sunday streaming coming in on Villager stream, which lasted a few hours. I think he was at like 2 hours, maybe, right? That just fried me. Okay, let's... do I have the efficiency 5? Now, I don't think this matters whether or not I get the Silk Touch, right? Oh, that gives me the living coral. But let me see. Will the dead coral come back to life underwater? If it does, that's not good. And it doesn't look like it does. Good, okay, because we want it to be gray. And this kind of, the brain coral, I like this because the pattern's really big on this. And it'll cause a lot of contrast. Let me get a better pickaxe here for these. I don't mind this for the detailing pickaxe, but let's do something like this. Let's do something like that. And let's put this guy away for now. Let's keep Silky on us, and let's do this. Yeah, this one's good. Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5, Amending. Yeah, this one will do just fine. I do have a netherite version of this, which is right there. Maybe that'll work a little bit better, right? Yeah. And then if I replant this and then I rip it up with this, it should kill it. Yep, there we go. Great. And I just destroyed my ender chest. Thunder, please. Please. Let's finish this up so we get the maximum benefit. So Scott, I'm going to need full power. So we should have full power conduit now. I don't think I need these ones. You just need the rings around the conduit itself. Yeah, I don't think I need the top and bottom bits. I think it's just the 1, 2. I think it's just the 3 rings, right? So I don't think we actually need these. I think this is at its full power. I mean, I could just leave them, but if I could just get this into my brain so it will stay, then maybe I will build it like this each time. Although that is asking for a lot. Yeah, see, that should be plenty. We should be getting full conduit power now, right? Yeah, okay. We are, let me see, let's do this. And it's the brain coral in which I am interested. And we're going to need quite a bit of this stuff. And I'll tell you what. Let's put the shulker for this right at the conduit. Maybe it will prevent me from flying off without it. Maybe. Maybe. Let's do that for now. And I don't know if there's a faster way to mine this. I don't think that there is. Short of maybe setting up a beacon with haste on it. All right, let's at least get, I'm thinking maybe 1 shulker of the brain coral. And then we'll get another shulker of some sort of contrasting coral. We'll do that. Probably one of the corals that we already have that has a tighter pattern. And this has a really big open pattern, and so maybe we'll get another type of coral with a smaller, more contrasting kind of pattern to it, because coloring-wise, they're going to wind up being about the same, right? So, pickles! Oh, we may put a few sea pickles around it. But I don't know. I would just like to finish up the layering, and then we'll focus on vegetation as like the last part of it. So on today's stream, harvesting coral. But you know, I look at other content creators, and it's these kinds of tasks that they usually perform on their stream. It's just gathering resources and materials. They certainly do not do redstone on their streams, unlike yours truly. Okay, let me see. I'm waiting to place the last component just until you guys get more done. Okay, understood. Yes, shut. I understand. For those of you who didn't hear the whip crack in that one, let's get on with it. I'm teasing Shut there a little bit, but only a little. Let's restart the playlist. Okay, I think we're good there. We could do the sleeping thing, but I don't know. I think we're okay. Let's try not to. I mean, on the Buffooncraft server, I do a lot of the sleeping on the Buffooncraft server, but I'll be honest with you. My sleeping on the Buffooncraft server is really just to troll the buffoons. There are no buffoons on Generations regularly anyway. And so there's no real need to do that. You know what? I think I will gather some of the sea pickles, though. But I don't need a lot because you can just hit those with a bone meal. Believe me, after Season 4 of Buffooncraft, I have a lot of experience with sea pickles. Know all about those dill little things. Yeah, see, there's some floaty bits over here with some puffies. Just waiting to give me some grief there. You stay right where you are, Puffy. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm giving in. I'm going to do the sleeping thing. Yeah, good luck trying to make that one stick shut. Let me see. Is it Luck May Have It or is it TTV? I think that's one of TTV's screen names. Minus the C part. Orc! Where is he? Puffy! Ha! By the way, that's not exactly an easy target to hit when he's deflated like that. When he's in minimal profile. Please, blocks. Get in my inventory. There we go. Yeah, one thing I have to try to remember is when I'm harvesting this stuff is to be above it and have it float up to me into my inventory. Let's do this. Debris coral. Like that. This still feels like a crime, by the way. Even though I'm out here in the middle of nowhere in a part in which I'm probably never going to build, it still feels like a crime. Ecological devastation here. All right, got that. And actually, if Nebula were here right now, she would remind me that I need to go into standing mode. Okay. I feel like we're doing well here. Well, except... please. Thunder. All right. There, and there. We're doing well here. Let me switch to standing mode here. Set that right about there. Little camera adjustment. And then we're good. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, we're also getting the sea pickles at the same time. So I think we're good here. Just some soothing coral harvesting. We get some up here on the surface. Just grab this stuff so it doesn't despawn. And then moving along. I was thinking on putting live coral around there, but number one, not a warm ocean. I could change the biome, though. There is the ability to do that in Minecraft. Of course, it would be a creative mode thing to go in there and change that, right? But I could do that, and I've done that for the beach. But the other thing I'm thinking is the island itself is already pretty colorful with the cherry blossom trees and stuff. And I don't think it needs to be that colorful under the water. So I think a little contrast is needed there. And so I'm trying to make it look a little interesting because I may do something under the surface there as far as some sort of underwater entrance or something like that eventually at some time. So I do want it to look kind of interesting. But at the same time, I don't want it to be too busy and too colorful because we already have that going on the surface. So okay, I got to slow down the panning of the camera here a little bit. So it's not quite so nausea-inducing. Although I think most of the viewers for our stream here are mostly listening instead of watching, which isn't a bad thing. All right, good there. Good, we have another growth over here that we can harvest. That's a good one. I think after I get all of the brain coral that I want, I will then grab a sample of each of the other kinds, and then we'll put them next to the dead brain coral, and we'll see how they contrast, and we'll... Like, here's a really strong pattern for this is the tube coral. That's a really strong pattern. I don't know if I'm going to use that or not, but then the fire coral also has a really strong pattern, but it's not quite as obnoxious as that. And it contrasts from the brain coral greatly. Oh, I'm getting some of the blue stuff in there. Nice. And if any of you are wondering why I'm not getting the coral fans and stuff, is, again, you know, I don't think I'm going to go that colorful with the undersea portions, the subsurface stuff. Okay, looking good. I know that it's nighttime up above there, but I think we're fine. Really? This reef looks like it's small, but actually, I don't know if you've looked down there, but it has a vertical component to it. So it's a little bit bigger than it looks. Let me see, 129, right? Today, I might go about 15 minutes past because I did start a little bit late today. Let's drop off some materials. Come on. There we go. Use some of that dead tube coral, but just for contrast. Although I'm fairly certain I'm not. I mean, I'll use it just to look at it and compare, but I'm fairly certain I'm not going to use that in the build. All right, I think we're going to have to go down into this ravine now. I think I've gotten all the stuff up top here. Puffy! Ha! Ooh, with the puffy head. I don't want the pufferfish itself, but the head I'll take. Oh, there's another one right there. All right. Let's, I'll tell you, there's a couple of candidates. There's a trio of candidates right there for the old, trident. Squiddy! As much glow squid as I use on Generations, I really should have a glow squid farm. Oh, wow, this continues off this way. This I did not know. And we're out of range of the conduit, of course. But, you know, it doesn't... There's not really a lot over here, so we're fine over there. And I just went to do a Riptide hop and forgot that I do not have Riptide on this server. Of course, it's not necessary anyway because we had a dolphin nearby. Let us get down here. We'll go get the rest of this brain coral. And if somehow we don't manage to obtain a complete shulker of brain coral, just as long as we've gotten as much as we can here, that should be good enough. Yeah, like I think this is it right here. And it's almost a shulker full. It's enough. Then we can trawl the surface here and see if we can get any of the floaters. Should be daytime again, I think, right? No, not even close. Oh, wow, we had a husk just drop in the water. Like he thinks he's going to do something. Ha! Thick again. Oh, here's some coral while we're here. Some of the brainy stuff. I think I got everything right. Making a sweep over yonder. I think I'm good. Right then. Okay, let's do this. Not quite as much as I had wanted. But, you know, maybe we'll hit another reef patch on the way back and we'll get a little bit more. Because I think we're going to wind up using quite a bit of that, actually. Right. Okay, let's see if we can sleep this off. All right, so let's sample a piece of each kind of coral. I think I already have some. Oh, let me see. Let's see what I have in here. Dead tube coral. We have the brain coral. We have the bubbly coral. We have the horn coral. I think the rest were okay. A little inventory management here. Right. Okay. So, just by looking at the colors here, let's do this. Horn coral block. I think I already have that, right? Yes, I do. All right, the fire coral I don't have, though. Let's grab a sample of that. What's the purple stuff? What's that called? Okay, that's the bubble coral. We already have that. We have the fire coral. We have the horn coral. The tube is the only stuff we don't have, right? The blue stuff. The blue bits. And like I said, I think this is a little too drastic looking. Pull some of that. You know, I was going to go up onto the land and lay some of this out and see what it looks like. But it's going to be underwater, right? So, and, you know, it would be in a cooler part of the ocean, but I think if we just do this, and let's get back to our shulker over here. Let's get back to this. We'll get our different types. And let me see. Let's just put it right along the cliff face here. We have some brain coral like this. And then maybe we can do something like this. Right, and then let's take a look and let's see what the... Well, I don't think I have enough bubble coral. Let's see what the tube coral, I think, is going to look way too obnoxious. But, well, I don't know. Maybe not. That's kind of tough to look at, but... But it wasn't quite as bad as I thought. I thought it would be super obnoxious looking. It's only a little obnoxious. All right, so that was the tube coral. Let's take a look at the dead horn coral. Let's take a look at the horn coral. And this, we might have something. This might be something here. We might have something here. Pretty jarring, though. Whew. That might be a little much. That might be a little much. That was that stuff. And then we have two more. We have the fire coral and the bubbly stuff. Let's get some of the fire stuff. We need a little more of that. Now, this fire coral has some potential. I'll tell you what. Yeah. Let's look at this. Hands, please. That might be okay. I think I'm going to like that. And you know what I'm thinking? A completely disconnected thought here. This might make a good variant with the acacia tree, the bark. Maybe I'll try that on the way back. Or for some other build and some other idea. But I just noticed the pattern on it and the coloring. But this is probably going to be the winner. I'll tell you that right now. All right, and then we just need the bubble stuff. We'll try that. Although I think the fire is going to be it. But is this the right stuff? That's horn coral. Yeah, this is the bubble coral, the purpley stuff here. Okay, we're good. This is a little subtler than the subtler or more subtle than the brain coral and the fire coral. So I'm thinking this is going to blend too much, but maybe not. Like not enough contrast. And I think I'm right on that. Not enough contrast. So I'm thinking this and the fire coral will do it. So let's harvest some fire coral now. And let me see, where's our little campsite here? Our little aquatic campsite. Let's do this. Ugh. We have 16 more minutes left of the stream. Let's see how much of this we can harvest. Harvest. All right. So the red stuff, the red bits. See how much of this we can get out of this reef. There looks to be quite a bit of it, so I think we'll be good. And like I said, if we get close to a shulker of this stuff, I think that'll be good. I mean, I always can come back and get more, right? So I can always come back and get more. So how did that die but stay intact? Huh. Not by right-clicking. Maybe I'll see it on the playback. I know some of this is escaping and getting up to the surface. I'll go up there and do a sweep in a moment. Hopefully it doesn't despawn. Here we go. How much of this stuff can we get? I think I'm going along at a pretty good pace now. I couldn't imagine how to do this faster, though, other than having the mod and building a farm, right? And then automating this somehow, but just by hand here in good old survival. Ooh, we had some brain coal hiding in there. let's go make a trip and drop some of this stuff off. You can see there's plenty of this around, right? So all right, where did that conduit go? Is that over here? Oh, there it is. It's right in front of you. We're doing fairly well here. Let's get rid of that. If we can keep that out of the inventory, maybe. Maybe, Bobby, maybe. All right, let's get out to the edges here and get some of this stuff. What are you doing for time? It's 1:50. I've got 10 minutes left of the stream. You know, dead coral fans might actually look pretty good in some places around there, though. That might help break up the profile of some of those shapes in there. So I might do that at some point. I don't think I'm going to do it in today's stream, though. All right, on to the next. How's the pickaxe doing? The pickaxe is doing fine, apparently. It better. It's netherite, for crying out loud. Dolphin! The donkey of the sea. Let's just get right down here and get some of this. Hey, 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 dolphin. Calm. Get right down in the trench. Although I should be above this when I'm doing it. There we go. I like it. I'm liking it even more. Right, there we go. That one's done. Let's make ourselves a little bit of room in here. And we're almost finished, actually. Almost finished for the day. Then if Lone Star's still streaming, we'll try to raid out to him. I want to see his bendy stream. All right, let's just collect what we have floating about here. Although this may be wasteful. It may be better just to let this despawn, I'm not sure. Fuck. Wandering trader. Can't you just wander off somewhere else, please? Please. I think we're getting right to the edge of the conduit's influence on the surrounding area. There seems to be a lot more of this fire coral than there was the brain coral, so... we'll go over there and get this. Is this all for around the Apiary Isle? Yes, it's for some of the layers of it. It might have been Nebs who suggested, you know, maybe a layer of coral, dead coral around there. I think it was her. And I agreed, so I'm going to try some out. I think we're doing well here. I think that's it for this area, right? There's some on the edge over there. And I can't quite... I'd have to move the beacon over to get that, so... But I think I got everything that there is to be had right here. I can fly on back and bring this back to the Isle and then pretty much sign off. And I can do a little more off camera or next time. This should be good. And I could just refer back to the stream archive whenever I need to see the coordinates for this place. Ooh, it's nighttime. Maybe I was a little hasty in ripping up that bed. Let's go slap it down. There we go. Let me see. We're decreasing in that axis. Okay, this way. On our way back home. There's our little mangrove forest right there. The landscape around this area is beautiful. Like, look at these floaty bits right here. That's cool. We have ourselves this quaint little village here. Plenty of ruined portals about. We have this structure over here that's kind of cool. We have ourselves our little savannah village here with lots of cows. You can see somebody's been getting some dirt blocks from here. Makes me wonder if I have a portal nearby. I don't think so. Oh, a little bit off axis there. Now you've gone too far. We're almost there. Little high altitude village here, and always a ruined portal not too far away. And we should be coming up upon our archipelago here. I think we may have to swing southward a little bit here. There we go. How lovely this place looks, huh? Nice. I guess I should have gone out to that reef and taken a picture, taken my screenshot there. But you know what? I do have another reef right over here. I can fly over there. But you know what? I could just grab some from the footage I have over there. So, let us end the stream here. And we will raid on over to our good friend Lone Star. Let's see if he's still on. Hopefully he is. Yeah, I think he is. Great. Cool, let's set that up. Alrighty then. If you guys can see the raid message up there in the chat, if you would like, you can copy and paste that into the chat if you'd like to join us. I always encourage the viewers to join us along on these raids. Even if you can't stay for the entire stream, at least drop in, say hi. If you feel so inclined, a follow, some bits, some subs, that would be really cool. And you guys can see that the raid itself is counting down to our good friend Lone Star, fellow buffoon. And right now he's working on, it looks like Bendy and the Ink Machine, but it looks like a variant of that. Bendy and the Dark Revival, which I've not yet seen. So that'll be cool. I'm going to really enjoy this. Alrighty. Family-friendly viewers, just remember that Lone Star stream is rated for mature audiences, so if you would like, you can cut out now. If that doesn't bother you, please feel free to join us. We have a lot of shared community. Chances are you're going to see a lot of people in there that you know, and Lone Star's a really cool guy, and it's a funny stream. So with that, I will bid. First of all, I want to thank everybody for dropping by today. Super, super cool. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you happen to be. Join us again next time. Next stream will be Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. And remember, Buffooncraft is in hiatus right now. So that'll be another generation stream, and that'll be Baby Zombie Rush Beta. And then if Kachi feels up to it, we'll do a Sunday stream from 4 to 6 p.m. Kachi time, and we'll see what happens there. Laters. Shot, thank you so much for dropping in. We are raiding out to Lone Star now. Bye for now, everyone.